So, hello to whoever is watching this video. This is my first recording ever, and honestly, it's probably gonna be really bad, so prepare yourself. I do not plan on recording it again, editing it, or doing any modifications to it. I think I'm just gonna wing it and see what happens. I'm tired of waiting, putting things off. It's literally been 14 years since I first wanted to create a YouTube channel. Why, you may ask? Why do I want to create a YouTube channel and why I waited 14 years? Well, initially it was because it looked super cool and I wanted to be a YouTuber, right? I think this is kind of common, especially nowadays. Back in 2010, when I first had this idea, it wasn't as common. I still thought that I was too late and there was no point. Wow, was I wrong? And here I am now, it's 2025, and I'm kind of pissed and tired of not feeling ready or, how can I say, clever enough, interesting enough, good with editing videos and stuff. And I think I'm just gonna post a video and that's it. But now the reason why I wanna post on YouTube, because I want to have, and this may sound a little bit selfish and probably nobody's gonna be interested in watching those videos, but it's because I want to have a personal documentation of some of the things that are troubling me or that interest me. And yeah, I want to be able to look back and have some kind of a digital creation to show for these, I don't know, processes that went on in my mind. Honestly, yeah, that's kind of the biggest reason. And probably because the reason has become that is why I'm not worried about if anybody's gonna watch the video or care for it. It's because it's mostly for me. And of course, I still hope that maybe at some point one or more of the videos will touch somebody and will, I don't know, be of help in some way, even if it's the smallest bit, right? And before I start rambling and before I start worrying that I have no idea what I'm talking about and nobody's gonna care, I think I'm just gonna pretend like all those things don't matter and just continue on and post the video. Okay, I got a little bit confused now. So, I found this document that I had written a few months ago, I don't remember, when I was super close to actually posting, filming my first video. But I didn't. And why? Because I was overwhelmed with how I'm gonna film it, how I'm gonna edit it, and what I'm gonna do. Maybe I should get a microphone. I should get a, like, how do you call that? This thing that you put your phone on or your camera on so it just stays in one place. Anyway. And I never did those things. So Yeah, here I am again with my phone in my hand, and I'm gonna use some of my photos and videos that I have taken over the years. And yeah, so still I want to read some of that document that I had written. So here it is. And then I got pissed off. Yes, that's my first sentence. I thought it sounded so cool, right? I feel this rage inside of me, this power, this zest. What was I thinking? Anyway, it is a mix of anger and determination. I know I have to write this wave and not miss, so I opened up my laptop and started writing these exact words I am speaking now. What was I waiting for? A special moment in time when I would be so very confident in my skills. Or maybe I was waiting for a moment when I would have enough time to do all the proper research before starting making this channel. Because God forbid I make a crap video, right? The world would end. That would anger the entire universe. Or it would at least crush my already spotty and shaky low self-esteem to read all those bad comments. Gotta prepare for those, right? And this makes me think about the following 5 points. I will try and summarize them because the video will get too long, and yeah. So, point 1. We think there would be a perfect moment to do something, well, at least I thought so. But it took me nearly 14 years, 15 now, to finally truly realize, nope, some things I just need to wing it. No amount of preparation would make me ready to do something I don't know how to do. So, how do we get ready to do something and feel confident about the end product if we don't practice? Honestly, I don't have an answer for that. So here I am, winging it. And my hope is that with each video, I will get better. But the point is, there would be progress. So that's point 1. Progress over perfection. Progress over waiting for the perfect moment to do something that you want. Point 2. Lack of confidence and fear of failure. How are they connected? Is the lack of self-trust that we will manage the situation, no matter if we fail or not, essential when moving through life? I believe so. And at the end of the day, if we do not grow, we stagnate, and growth requires going into unknown territory. And yeah, I was afraid to do something that I'm not confident in, that I'm not comfortable in. But how can we grow if we don't challenge ourselves with things that we're not really confident in? Here I have some italic text saying how I paused because I was distracted by Instagram. And isn't that lovely? And yeah, moving on to the third point. So where was I? Next point. Freeze. When I think about big projects or longer term ones, I tend to often just freeze. Yep, somehow my brain wants to do everything at once, and at the end of the day, if it seems a little bit too much or frankly impossible, it sends me into social media scrollsies. I'm inventing new words, yes. Either this or I will go for a walk or a gym session, which, I guess is the better option, right? So, yeah, that's the point of freezing when we're kind of at a point where we do something, but it feels a little bit too challenging to even start. And then we get to point 4. This one is a little bit personal, but I guess people Well, some people are also facing the same realization. I think I may be suffering with a newly recognized disease. I have in quotation here. The brain rot. And I have noticed in retrospect that I'm no longer creating anything or having actual hobbies. I mean, I really enjoy working out. The gym is super cool. And I do consider that an activity I could call a hobby. But I mostly do it as a hopefully lifelong maintenance practice. Something I do to stay healthier physically, but also mentally, is it helps release my stress. I probably have the understanding that a hobby is a team sport or some sort of a art or craft activity, collecting stuff, music instruments, that sort of thing. And I used to do a lot of those things when I was in school, but I no longer do them now that I'm adulting. Yeah, and I have basically just worked and learned stuff mostly for work. Yes, I had some activities here and there, but nothing really stick. And yeah, here I am. I don't want to sink too deep into the brain rot thing. I want to create something. Some scrolling could be fine if it's something that I've planned and I think is reasonable. But generally, I want to have an answer, a meaningful one, to what are your hobbies? Have we become hobbyless? So that's going to be point 4. And then point 5 is not everything has to be so serious. Sometimes we need to experiment and see how it goes because the playfulness has been lost to me. I don't know about you guys, but yes, that's going to be point 5. And how important joy is in life. I mean, it's important to have accomplishments, plans, discipline. But how about we do stuff and we do some things just for fun? Just so we could experience joy? Or should we double down on discipline and sleep is for the weak mentality? Can we combine them? One of the ways that I want to start this channel is with joy. To talk about topics that interest me, that bring me joy, that also, of course, help me expand myself as a human being. But also, mainly, initially just for the joy of it. Because I do realize nobody's going to watch these. They probably shouldn't. They're going to be a mess. But the joy of creating and then coming back to something that came from me, that's going to be amazing. And I do plan on expanding those 5 points in a way in future videos so they can be their own kind of a video essay thing. That's a strong word for those videos. It's just going to be me speaking from my heart. But yeah, we'll see about that. Thank you for listening. And if you had the same or similar experiences or some advice for me and the rest of the people that are watching this, please share in the comments. I would love to see that I'm not alone in the world. That'd be amazing. I mean, it's like I do realize that a lot of people have the same concerns, but when you're not directly communicating with such people, like I would be in the comments if there are any, it sort of feels like I'm alone in those specific struggles. I know in practice that I'm not. Like in reality, it's weird. It's weird. But yes, to anyone that may be listening or watching to this video, thank you. And I'll see you in the next one. I wish you a lovely day and all the best. Bye-bye.